The tween, teen, and young adult years are awkward for both the parent and the child. Hormonal issues and societal pressures, moral dilemmas, and frontal lobe brain development make navigating life for the adolescents a challenge. Wouldn't it be beneficial to have a devotional that assists you with such difficulties? The Cure for Adolescence: Applying Biblical Principles to Your Daily Life by Tenisha N. Collins has been designed to transform the lives of the reader and assist in developing a habit of spending time with God. It is geared towards today's adolescents and poses the cure to daily life struggles. It is best received when guided by a parent or with a study group. Minister Carmen Byers says, I believe this devotional is a win-win for parents and adolescents to read and ingest together as they search for and find answers to many natural and spiritual challenges in life. So order your copy today of The Cure for Adolescence on Amazon and Kindle. Thank you so much for watching my 1 year journey of staying self-employed. So I cannot believe this, but today marks the very first, today is actually a year ago, was my last day working at my regular 9-to-5 job. So just a little bit of the backstory. I actually was contracted with a nonprofit, and this time last year was my very last day of working that full-time job. So that is actually when I started my tracking my 1 year journey of staying self-employed. If this is your first time ever watching one of my videos or my journeys, please go ahead and share this video now. Let me know that you're in the virtual world. If you can just say hello to me, then that would be great. So my topic today is new news going into 2020, my month 12 recap. So also, all of the things that I talk about is in the description box. So I truly, truly, truly love being self-employed. I mean, there's nothing like it. I actually work from home, and I wrote down a list of my pros and cons. So my pros, the things that I truly enjoyed about being self-employed and working from home, is I was able to take time to do my daily devotionals, and I didn't feel rushed or anything like that. And the reason why that was important to me is because I know how important it is to spend time with God. But when I was working my regular 9-to-5 job, I made time for it, but I was doing it on my lunch breaks. So that meant that I only had 30 minutes to do it, or when I had an hour to do it, an hour for my lunch break, I actually was taking that entire time. But I don't know, I would go in a back corner somewhere where it wasn't many people at all. This was at my office. So I would go in the back corner and do my devotional. And I am so funny. I love being comfortable. But when you at work, you have to do what you have to do. And it was always super cold in my office. And so just being in the relaxed atmosphere of my own home, I can have my tea. I could just create an atmosphere that I wanted to spend time with God. And I wasn't rushed or anything. So that's one of truly the things that I enjoyed. Hey, Regina, truly the things that I enjoyed being self-employed and working from home. The second pro that I had is just being able to do things when I wanted to do them. So, for example, I know sometimes at night I would get tired, so I could wash my dishes the middle of the day, if I felt like doing it then and there, and I just love that freedom that comes with being self-employed and creating your own schedule, and so I just, if you've never been self-employed before and like being able to work from the house, it's just a totally different experience. And for me to be able to experience this for an entire year is just such a blessing. And that's why I know that I want to do it. That's why I know for a fact that, I want to continue this lifestyle, because I just feel like we come to those points in our life where the things that truly bring us joy, we should truly strive for. So like I said, I truly enjoy this lifestyle. And so I'm like, we got to keep this going, because I'm able to compare the two, being working 9 to 5 and being self-employed. So I'm like, it's just so good. It's crazy how it feels. And the third thing that I wrote down as a pro, something that I truly enjoyed about being self-employed, is being able to determine my own rates for my services. So the great thing about that, any of the services or products that I provided, I was able to dictate how much, I sold that item for, or how much I did something for, or, I can barter with people. And I think my overall word for being self-employed is the freedom, just being able to dictate anything that I wanted, when it came to my professional life. So, of course, with the pros, you have cons. So my cons were not having a steady income. And it was because I'm self-employed, it was go, 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 and practically just always like chasing after that next dollar. And that's very difficult, for me. I love making money, but, like I said, the constant go, go, go of focusing on like the business and not really having any free time, because, if I don't work, then I don't get paid, as opposed to, when you have a regular 9 to 5 job, you can just do PTO and, things like that. And so I think that's the biggest thing, like just not having that steady income. Also, the thing that I really hate to do is the administrative side of it. When you are self-employed, you are the accountant, you are the secretary, you are the bookkeeper, you do every single thing. And so like just tracking my expenses, y'all, I kept all my receipts, but I haven't logged it into my Excel spreadsheet. The preparation side of it is something. I do have my own accountant, because I was like, I don't want to fool with these taxes, come February or anything like that. But I still have to prepare the paperwork for the lady. So y'all do not look, because I actually have a Ziploc bag and it has all my receipts, for it. But I'm like, I ain't did that yet. And so I know, and that's why I'm like, I got to start doing it now, because I don't want it to become like April or what's before April, March, and I'm trying to rush and get all this crap together. So those are my two cons. Moving forward. So what is Martinique doing moving forward? Y'all, it's been super tough. I loved every bit of it, but it has been really hard financially. So what I have to do is I have to start applying for jobs again. I hate it to a core, but it's just something that I have to do. And like I said, I do hate it, but so I'm just gonna be applying for jobs. If y'all know somebody that's hiring in the Orlando area, let me know if you're in the Orlando area yourself, or if people that hire individuals for remote work, I can do that too. But I think the thing is, it's like I just have to bite the bullet. And I had to just become a lot more focused on continuing to build my companies and still do, my regular 9-to-5 job. And I'll still let you guys know how it's going, but I know I'm gonna hate every minute of it. I just know it. And so that's why I'm like, God, I need you to help me to have an appreciative attitude, because I don't want to go into it with a bad attitude. I already know I will. But I think the thing is, like, something that I do tell myself is, well, Martinique, maybe God wants you to meet this person at this job for a reason. I don't know. How you try to say stuff to yourself to make yourself feel a little bit better about the situation that you're going to have to go into. And so I'm like, I just got to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be applying for jobs and things like that. I'm still going to keep both of my businesses. So if this is your first time tuning in, I have two businesses. I have RJ Specialist, and I actually have another business called Today I Want to Be. So with RJ Specialist, that really just encompasses all the services that I offer, like my web shows, primarily just the web shows. And then with my Today I Want to Be, that company focuses on helping young people meet professionals working in career fields to help these young people explore different career fields. So I'm still going to have those two companies. So I'm still going to be doing my Authors to Know and Their Books to Read web show. And I'm going to also be doing my business spotlight. So with those two shows, I'm going to focus on making those great, introducing them to different people, and really just help to grow the following, not just of authors, but actually individuals that, thank you so much, Regina, for loving Today I Want to Be. Also for individuals that enjoy reading, because, when the authors are on the show, they actually receive a edited version of their episodes. So they do receive a lot of things as being an author, but they still need people to purchase their book as well. So I'm going to grow that. Another thing that I'm going to be focusing on is doing live events here in Orlando and hopefully in different cities as well. So I would love to just begin partnering possibly with bookstores and things like that, places that people already come to for books. And then I'm also going to try to do Authors to Know at this cafe that I was it's actually like a bar, but it's a nice setup. It has a stage and everything, and I think it would really be cool to have it there because people can buy their food there. And the way that I met this guy is he actually allowed me to sell my calendars, when they had different events there. And so for vendors, that's another great tip, and I'm going to post it as well. But go around to your different restaurant owners that has different events at their venues and ask them if you can just set up a small table and sell your products there. And I'm telling you, I had a couple of restaurant owners that were like, oh yeah, you could do that. And the thing is, you want to focus on places that have a lot of people that come, because this one barbecue place, he said, well, you will want to come and sell your stuff on Friday and Saturday after 6 p.m. And be very specific, with these owners, because they know when it's busy in their restaurant. But be very specific with them and ask them, okay, what day and time, And then the second place, this place that I'm going to be doing the show at, they always different event organizers would have events there. And so I would come and I would tell them, thank you, Regina. She said, I'm a great web show host. If you haven't seen my shows, what are you waiting for? You can actually go to the description box and it has my YouTube channel, Martinique the Storyteller. Subscribe if you go. But also, so the people are already there at this venue. All I'm doing is selling my product, and they allow you to do it for free. That's the best thing about it, because when we're already paying a vendor fee at these other events, you have to pray that you make this money back in sales. And depending on how much the vendor fee is and what your product is, it's tough. So that's why I'm saying really start reaching out to your restaurant owners and see if they will allow you to sell your product or service. So that's another vendor tip. The tween, teen, and young adult years are awkward for both the parent and the child. Hormonal issues and societal pressures, moral dilemmas, and frontal lobe brain development make navigating life for the adolescents a challenge. Wouldn't it be beneficial to have a devotional that assists you with such difficulties? The Cure for Adolescence, Applying Biblical Principles to Your Daily Life by Tenisha N. Collins has been designed to transform the lives of the reader and assist in developing a habit of spending time with God. It is geared towards today's adolescents and poses the cure to daily life struggles. It is best received when guided by a parent or with a study group. Minister Carmen Byers says, I believe this devotional is a win-win for parents and adolescents to read and ingest together as they search for and find answers to many natural and spiritual challenges in life. So order your copy today of The Cure for Adolescence on Amazon and Kindle. So for the Authors to Know show, I'm going to be very intentional about not so much, I just feel like I need to just focus more on that show because I think that is such a great market. And I had this one woman, reach out to me and she said, I just love your interviews. You ask some really good questions. And with me, that is just so affirming to what I enjoy doing and what I think that I want to do and I don't want to say I think, because I don't want y'all to think that I'm questioning it, but what I truly enjoy doing. And that's been my whole mantra, this entire journey, find things that you enjoy doing, Martinique, and figure out ways to make money from it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. And then at the moment, I haven't said this online, but a couple of people that have inquired. So I actually have sold out of my calendars, and I sold out probably about 2 days ago. So I think to the person that just comes on to this video, they're like, oh, that is good. It's not really good because when you have actually, I know, Regina, you would think that was good, wouldn't you? So, but that's not actually good. And I'll tell you why. So it's not good because I started this today. I want to be without any money. So that meant that everything that I made went back into the business. And it went back into creating more calendars. So now, back in August, you know how I've been saying on my other videos before, oh, I'm telling you, this calendar here is gonna set you up really nice, Martinique, for 2020. So, and that did not happen, you know. And I am so thankful for everybody that purchased the calendar. Regina, did you know your mama purchased the calendar? But I'm so thankful for everybody that purchased the calendar. But I did not have those large sales like I thought I was, like a large quantity of sales like I thought I was. And so because of that, because the money just went back into creating more calendars, because I don't have the funds to create more calendars, I had to change my status on the website to out of stock, because I can't have people buying one calendar here, one calendar there, and I don't have any calendars, and I don't have any money to produce a large quantity amount of calendars that would still allow me to make a profit. So I did, oh, that's so funny. Why you didn't tell me her name, Regina? So Regina said, that's the person I told you was interested. That's so funny. So, so because of that, you know, I just said I have to shut down my sales. And it was just so like disappointing, you know, because I'm like, Martinique, that means you can't make any more money, you know, from it. And like I said, it's very disappointing, but this happened probably about 3 days ago. And that's why I didn't do a recording, because you have to let that reality set in. Like, you have to let the reality set in. And I just was not, like, mentally, I was not at that point where I could come online and share that, because I'm like, is it truly over? Are the sales really over? So now if somebody did, you know, if somebody did say, okay, well, Martinique, I want a large quantity of calendars, then yes, I can produce more, and then I can open it back up to more sales. But I'm just not at that point. So drum roll, please, because I want to tell you all how many calendars I actually sold from the end of August, like October 28th until now, which is December 19th was when I stopped. So drum roll, I sold 260 calendars, and that's not including the calendars that I actually gave to the featured professionals and things like that, or, you know, just gave for free. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I am very disappointed in that number. But listen to what I'm saying. I'm using the word disappointed. So I'm disappointed in that number, but I am so appreciative of all 260 people that purchased my calendar, you know, because I'm gonna tell you why I'm disappointed. So I'm disappointed because in my mind, I thought I was gonna sell thousands of calendars, and not so much there was so many people, but the people that I told the number to, which was very few, because I don't like to share like those numeric goals with people, because I know people are very discouraging at times, and I want to hear all that. I don't want to hear the logic behind it and all that other stuff. And so I only shared it with like maybe 3 people or whatever. You know, but in my mind, I had this huge number that I was going to sell, and it didn't happen. So that's the disappointing part of it. But I'm very appreciative, because I now know that I have created something that people have expressed to me that they've never seen before, and it's just so different, you know. And I didn't enjoy the creation of it, but I enjoyed the final product. That's why I think I couldn't be a beautician, because I hate the process, but I love the finished hairstyle. I'm so funny like that. But I'm just so happy with how it turned out, and so I just can't wait, to continue it on. And that's why I said that I'm going to continue my Today I Want to Be business, because I think it's a great business, but I had to really be realistic. And this 260 was a major wake-up call. It's like Martinique. That means you have to stay focused and keep building these relationships with people. So the relationships that I'm going to be focusing on in 2020 is building relationships with these mentor leaders so that they can be the co-host. Also, I'm still going to be reaching out and building relationships with these individuals who I think will be great professionals to feature, because remember, I'm always going to have the calendar. I'm never taking away from the calendar, but each year I'm adding on a different gender and ethnicity. So for 2021, I'll be doing Black men. So like I said, I'm still building relationships with the professionals. And then I'm also going to still focus on like just getting donations from people as well to just fund the company, because there's things that, goes much more into this. And so anything that, a person gives a financial gift, is just helping the company in its end. So I really just want to come on here because this is just a monumental time for me today. Like I said, 1 year, but I'm still going to be, so I'm still going to be focusing on my business. That's never going to end, just because I know the hard work it takes to build a foundation, and I just don't want to give up. I can't give up, because I've already dedicated a year. So it would be crazy of me not to continue, but I do have to be super focused, meaning like if I work my 9 to 5, then I just got to be disciplined to come and work my other job. And I know it's possible, but my thing was I just didn't want to do it because I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy the being super tired. I hate that. I hate the feeling. But we'll see how everything, hey Danielle, we'll see how everything go. One thing that I did create though, that I wanted to have for this year is a thankful jar. I told you it's going to be very difficult for me to have like a great attitude going into the workforce again. So I created a thankful jar. There were so many things that like God did for me. And I'm going to be open and honest with you. Like I became disappointed in God because I'm like, well, God, I just knew. I knew I was going to be set for 2020, like with my calendar sales. Like, what is the deal? Like, Jesus, you were slipping. But it's not Jesus. It's not Jesus' fault. It's like Martinique. God is still with you every step of the way. So you can't blame God because there's nothing to blame him for, and it's just your journey. It's just what you had to go through. And so that's why I created my thankful jar, because every time that something happened, then I'm gonna put it in here because I already have like 3 in here. Every time something happened, I put it in here. But when those times come where I'm like, well, God, where are you at? Then I can just pull out my little list, and I actually put the date, and I also put like what happened. And it's just gonna be my reminder, like, remember when, Martinique, God was with you every step of the way. And so this has just been a time for me to really just remember who's in charge. Like God is in charge of all of this. And it has to be a transition and a shift in my thinking to really just continue to stay in my word, because God knows our heart. So I can't fake the funk with like, oh, I'm so excited about how this turned out. I'm so excited of the results that God allowed to happen. But during those times where I'm questioning why God allowed something to happen, then that's when I need to be even more intentional about spending time with God. Because that devil will just try to ease his way in and be like, I told you he wasn't going to do such and such, but that's not the case. The fact of the matter is, this is when I really need to be listening to my gospel music and just being refreshed and reading my Bible, reading my devotional, and just like transforming my mind. Because I'm like, God, I know you're still with me. So that's it. But I would love for you to go ahead and share this video now, so that more people will know about my businesses, as well as know more about just my journey in general. If you need to catch up with month 1 through 11, you can simply just go to my YouTube channel and you'll find them on there. But one more thing, I did not tell you this. This is like one of the most important things. So you all may know, if this is not your first time tuning in, I'm 37 years old. So with being 37 years old, I've always struggled to figure out like what I want to do with my life. And that's hence the reason why I created my company, Today I Want to Be, to help kids explore different career fields. And I now know, and it's such a great feeling, like when you truly know what you want to do with your life and know what you enjoy. So I now know I truly do enjoy like asking people questions. I truly do enjoy interviewing people. And so like that's something that I've really like walked away with this whole experience, like being laser focused, now knowing, oh man, Martinique, you are good at that and you enjoy doing, because that was my biggest struggle, like not enjoying what I'm doing. And that's why I was just like, well, God, this can't be life where, we have these desires and interests, but the majority of the time that we spend at work, we don't even get to practice or implement those talents and gifts and skills. And so that's what I think at the end of the day, the end of the journey, I'm just like, I now know what I enjoy doing. And it's just such a blessing. It's really a good feeling to have. And so, but that's what I did want to leave you with. I now know what I enjoy doing. And now it's just a matter of time before I can actually make more money that can allow me to live off of. So that's what I've been like doing with my web shows and things like that, because I enjoy it. I love it. I don't even love the editing side of it. One day though, maybe I can get an editor. But I did want to leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for tuning in my 1-year journey of staying self-employed. I might have to do my 1-year journey of becoming self-employed again, but you just never know. You just never know how things will turn out because I'm still self-employed until I get a job. So we'll see. But I'll talk to you all later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.